Diane in Denmark here, and rah, 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 it is Friday. It's the end of the week, but it's not just the end of any old week. Let me just put my pom-poms down, put them there. It is the end of our 40-day habit challenge. Now, I posted on Monday, day 36, and then I've been away in Edinburgh 37, 30, 39, and I posted a little video yesterday when I was on my way back from visiting my mum. So anyway, let me see, 36, 37, and I posted in the video what I've been decluttering, because you know we're all working on different challenges. I've been working on exercise and decluttering, but here we go. Da, da, da. Are you ready? Big drum roll please here, and lots of shakes of pom-poms. Woohoo! We did day 40. Now I just want to give a wee roundup today of how I got on with my challenge, and also because we're almost getting towards Easter, I haven't found an item to declutter today, but I'm going to go through my Easter decorations and things. So I'll be doing a quick declutter of Easter decorations and showing some Danish Easter sweets. But let me just close the door, because I can hear the lovebirds tweeting Sparky there. Ooh, they're all excited this morning as well. So let me sit down and I'll just give you a quick run through of how I got on with my challenge. Right, so my two challenges were, one was exercise, daily exercise. Now, as many of you know, I'm out on my bike here in Denmark in all weathers. I'm out on my bike generally every day. But I wanted to kind of amp up my daily exercise, because quite often, you know, we have these long dark winters, and this year has been no exception. It's been really dark. Well, you know what, I've told you that before. We get something like 6.5 days of daylight if we're lucky in the months of November, December, January. And some of those days, you know, it can be raining, so that it's not kind of bright at all. We haven't even had much snow this year. Normally the snow helps to kind of brighten everything up, apart from, you know, all the, you can get all extra shoveling from shoveling the snow. We haven't had much snow this year. But I've noticed that doing my daily exercise, and I've either been going for a run, you know, I set the timer on my smartphone, I head out the door, and I'm not jogging far or fast, but when the timer goes off, I turn around and I jog home. So I'm 7 minutes out, 7 minutes home, and then, you know, a couple of stretching exercise out in the garden, that's me done. Either I've been doing that, or on the alternate days, I've been doing the strength app, you know, the high intensity interval app. And I've really felt a difference with that. I know a lot of you think, you know, what, it's a 7-minute workout, and it's 13 different exercises, like, you know, crunches or push-ups, push-up and rotation, wall sit. I've really felt a difference just in the strength of my arms, and I'm still getting a lot out of it. So I'm going to continue with that, because now it's, for me, it has become a habit, and I can feel it really, you know, just before I cook dinner, that I haven't done it early in the day. I really feel like I really need that little surge of energy that I get after doing my exercise, whether it is the run or the 7-minute app. So I really encourage you to do that. It's really given me a big shift in my head this year, because as I said, often I kind of can get a few days of the blahs from time to time during the winter, and I really haven't felt that this year. I've had a few days of it, and I post on Instagram if I'm having a case of the blahs. I'm not depressed, I've not got the blues, but just, you know, some days where things just aren't kind of working, you don't know why. And normally I kind of lean into self-care, because I know it's only going to last a day or a couple of days. I really haven't had much of that this winter, and I think that is down to doing the daily exercise. So I encourage you to get on board with the daily exercise. And remember, it doesn't matter if it's snowing, raining, just, you know, get outside and get some fresh air. You don't need to be running, but just that very fact of getting outside. Also, that is key for me. You know, I'm a skinny dipper, a winter bather, which is very popular here in Denmark. And yes, we're naked. Just that very fact of getting outside and seeing, you know, the different clouds or the rain battering against your face, or it's really a lifesaver for me. So I've done really well with my challenge, woo, and I haven't missed a day. Even on Christmas Day, it was really nice, you know, before we had our Christmas dinner, it was really nice to go out for a run or just even a walk around the block. So I encourage you to try that. Now, on the declutter challenge, as you know, I've been doing Flylady for years, and I have got control of the clutter. So and I've led you through this little challenge, you know, the usual thing that we did last year, maybe the year before, where we're just looking for one item a day. You know, we're not looking for 40 bags, and I've been leading you through it, and it's really got me thinking about items that I've had for a long time. I mean, you saw I got rid of my wedding shoes. Why was I hanging on to those? They didn't even fit me. My daughter's not going to want them because she's got bigger feet than I have. So I've let go of that, and hats, you know, wedding hats. What else? Well, anyway, you can look back through all the videos and see what I've managed to declutter. Also things from my past, you know, childhood books that I had, college books from the 1980s and 90s. I got rid of some of those at Mum's the other day. So anyway, I'm really pleased with how it's gone, and that just shows you that even if you're doing really well with your decluttering, we can all use that little boost in this little challenge that has brought us together. And you'll see in the comments, everybody has come up with fantastic things that have either been decluttering or meditation or getting in extra exercise or you know, making better food choices. So anyway, I want to give us a big rah rah rah. So give yourselves a big pat on the back and a rah rah rah. And because it's day 40 and I haven't got my declutter item for today yet, but I suspect there may be something in the Easter boxes. So let me just grab it. I'm going to stand up so you can kind of see what's in the boxes, and I'll walk and talk you through it. And listen, if you're watching this at home, maybe you want to fold laundry, maybe you want to get out your Easter decorations and declutter along with me. Because this time of year is when the charity shops, the thrift stores, they want your Easter decorations. They don't want them after Easter. They want them now when they can get them sold. So just hold on and I'll stand up. Right, I hope you can see me there. I've got two kind of batches of Easter stuff. I've got stuff in the box here, and I did a declutter of Easter things last year. It'll be on the playlist somewhere. And also I have got, let me see if I can come down a wee bit. There we are. I might cut off my head, but it's easier if you see what I'm actually decluttering and things. I've also got some natural decorations. Remember here in Denmark we use a lot of natural decorations, you know, things that we can find in the garden or, you know, when we're out in the woods. And we use those a lot. We don't have so much of the kind of trinkets and knickknacks. That's not a Scandinavian thing. It's more natural branches. And I have a few that I've made over the years. And let me just grab my other branches that I got from downstairs. Here we are. Right. And these ones, I took it down last year, but generally what we do in Denmark is we take some type of branches, and then you hang them up or you put them in a vase and you decorate it with eggs and feathers. There's nothing fancy on this yet, there's just eggs on it. But I'll show you what I had last year. Now these are, let's see if you know the name in your language. You see these are pussy willows. Now they're very fluffy, and I had these last year and I've just kept them and I'll be able to use them again. And in Danish, I'll tell you the name of them in Danish. They've got a really cute name. They're called Gæslinger. Now, Gæsling means a gosling, you know, a baby goose. So can you see that there? They're very fluffy, and what we normally do is, or what you saw me doing last year with them is, we put them in a vase. I'll tell you what, let me just grab a vase. I'll take my, just hold on. Right, here we are, I'll just show you. My vases, I don't keep them in the kitchen, they're in that cupboard the cabinet that my dearly departed Danish father-in-law made for us. So, and you've seen me in there before, that's where I keep my vases. So what I normally do is I put these kind of branches, and you know, you can get apple blossom branches, cherry blossom, all different types of flowering branches. And what we do is we put them like that, and then we put little decorations on. And the decorations are in this box, so you'll see these in a wee minute. And the other thing, let me just pop this here. The other thing that we often do is take some branches, we put them into a little circle, fix it with a bit of florist's wire, and then if you've got some kind of plant pot, maybe with some daffodils or something like that in it, like a bigger version of this, especially for outside, you can put that around it and it just makes it look really Eastery without having to go out and buy stuff. You know, in Denmark, we love to recycle. Please use what you already have. You know, you don't need to go buying Easter decorations. Just something as simple as that with a few wee feathers in it and you're good to go. So that's my the things that I had downstairs. Hold on, a wee bit coming off the branches there. And then and then let's get into what is in the box. So in the box, this is my entire Easter collection. And I was just thinking it's kind of funny that I'm wearing my yellow stripy top today. I'm kind of matching the Easter theme, not on purpose. Right, so in here I've got some linens, and I've got 2 tablecloths. And actually, I know that I keep on avoiding using this tablecloth because it's not a kind of crisp starch type of tablecloth, and me, I like everything to be kind of I don't know, just a bit more crisp. So I think actually it's time to let this one go. And often when we have set the table for Easter lunch here in Denmark, I use a white tablecloth, but you know, with natural things from the garden, you know, greenery and yellow serviettes. So we're not so much into the yellow tablecloths. So that's going to be a declutter. Woohoo, go me, first item for decluttering over here. And this one I'll keep, and this is like a kind of, it's got a slightly oilcloth finish to it, so that's a good one, that can stay. And then I've got a table runner. I'll keep that one. It's a bit kind of kitsch, but I'll hold on to the moment. If I don't use it this Easter, then I'll probably go out. And this is a wee tablecloth that I've had, oh gosh, since my son, who's now 19, was about a year old. I'm going to keep that one because it looks nice just over a wee table. So that one I'll keep. And this is a really old, let me see, it's, what do you got, a tea towel. I don't know why I'm suddenly not finding the words this morning. And it's a wee bit stained, but it doesn't matter. See, at least it's got a yellow stain. I'm going to hold on to that one just now. I'm going to use that this year. But I'm kind of on the lookout for Easter tea towels, because you know I like to have my tea towels here in the kitchen, and I'll often buy one if I'm travelling because it's a really good clutter-free gift. Which, here we go, case in point, there's one that I got in Nice, and it's a really kind of Easter yellow, and I find that I didn't really like using it on a day-to-day basis, but this is perfect for Easter. So a nice tea towel from Nice. Right, so that's a keeper. And actually, you know, you don't need to go overboard with buying, you know, Easter tea towels and aprons. You know, keep it simple. You know, keep it simple, sweetie. Right, now next up, these are candles, yellow candles, and I use these. I put them in the lanterns outside, and I'll probably have one here in the kitchen. So I'll probably be putting those out today. So those are keepers. And I just keep them from one year to the next. You know, we're not using them that often. Right, next up. Oh, now this was knitted by my neighbour, one of my mum's best friends, Jean, in Edinburgh. And I actually went round to visit Jean with my mum when I was there the other day. We went round there on Wednesday. And Jean's doing really well. We had such a laugh because I don't see her very often, but she's really sweet, and she has knitted so many things, you know, for the church, jumble sale, and this is one of the ones. So this wee rabbit, he's definitely been kept. And then this one, you'll see this wee hen will probably be appearing around my sink when I'm doing my shiny sink posts on Instagram. So I tell you what, he can go over here right now. Oh, and I'll just show you, my sweet neighbour, I won't reveal her name, I'll just call her Mrs. S. She does Flylady because she met me and then she moved in next door. She gave me a really nice Easter decoration the other day. She was thanking me for something, and isn't that sweet? So you've seen her already at my sink, so she can sit there with the hen. Right, on to the next one. Right, now we've got some eggs, little eggs. Now these are just plastic ones, they're not real ones, but they look quite real. And I don't go decorating the whole house with Easter decorations. Generally what I do is, I have a kind of tray with a couple of candles on it and some kind of egg. And I really like this one. I bought it in Sweden a couple of years back. So that's a keeper. And here's another one. It's one of these stacking Easter eggs that you can display. And that one normally goes in the hall, so I'll probably put those in the hall today. I think I'll probably just decorate today. Now this is one that my daughter got. Gosh, I think she must have been a baby at the time. Can you see what it is? Da, da, da. Abracadabra. Whoop. There's Peter Rabbit. And I'm not really into Peter Rabbit, but it's a cute wee knick-knack. And my daughter likes it, so that is a keeper. A couple of, now these belong to somebody in the family, and they were kind of passed on to us because nobody else wanted them. And I think I'm going to let them go now. I have held on to them, and they're quite nice for serving, but they've got too much of a 1970s vibe for me. So those are going to the charity shop. I'll put those there. That's my pile of giveaways. Right. Oh, and talking of kitsch, now, I've told you the story of these before. Now, these wee rabbits with wee baskets, these wee bunnies with baskets on their back, one of these belonged to my dearly departed Danish father-in-law. And he quite liked wee kind of, cute decorations. And what I normally do is I cut some flowers from the garden. When we get to Easter, we've usually got grape hyacinths and the bigger hyacinths and a few daffodils. I've actually got some daffodils growing in the garden right now, they're blooming right now. And so I normally put those in there, or some chocolate Easter eggs, the wrapped ones. So that's what normally goes in there. And I had one of these, and my husband doesn't like it very much, but I liked it, and the kids liked it when they were small. And lo and behold, I found another one in a charity shop. So we've actually got a pair of bunnies. So it's kind of half family heirloom and half not heirloom, but that's what we use those for. And then in here I've got some Easter decoration things, kind of the green straw, and I've got feathers. So that will be a keeper. And then here we have all the eggs. All the eggs. Right, so in here, in this one, I've got kind of sparkly eggs and the wee birdies for going on the branches. I really like those ones. So those are keepers. And also in this bag, I've got all my glass eggs. There we are. And normally I just put those in some kind of glass vase, and those look quite nice. Because I'm not so keen on kind of, bright yellow Easter decorations, she says, with a wee hen. But just a few bright yellow things. The rest of the things I prefer to be a bit natural. Right, so my glass eggs, those are definitely keeper, plus these ones. And then I've got some other eggs that also go on the branches, like these wee ones. So So our Easter decorations are kind of contained, you know, they're either on the branches, like here, whoop, there we are, or else, you know, we've got some Easter candles and or flowers. Oh, isn't that a cute one? I love these wee decorations. As a wee birdie. Right, so those are definite keepers. But then the rest of this bag are eggs for which you can decorate yourself, or these plastic ones. Now, I've had these for years, and actually I really don't like them now. So what I think I'm going to do with this bag, like the whole thing I can see is these, I don't really like these ones. So I think all of these are going to go to the charity shop. And the only thing that I'll take out, I've got some yellow ribbon that can go with my stash of ribbon, which you've seen, you know, I've got a box of bits and bobs. So I'll keep the ribbon, but the rest, all of these, oh hold on, this is one that I want to keep. This is a natural egg that can be kept. But all the others are going to the charity shop. Yay, go me! I'll keep this, will I keep it? No, this is a ceramic one, but I'm really not. You know what I don't like about it? I don't like the red ribbon. Tell you what, I'll change the ribbon and I'll keep that one. Right, that's a procrastination task. Right, and all the others can go. Yeah. Oh, hold on, there's another natural one. Right, a whole bag of eggs for the charity shop. Ooh, go me. Right, so I'm up to 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of things. Right, and then last thing in my box, I've got some decorations that the kids made when they were small. Now, let me see if I can take them out without showing you the kids' names. Okay, this is one that my daughter made when she was at nursery, which is just a cut-out egg with some glitter on. She probably made it when she was like 2 years old. I'm going to keep that one. And then this one, let me see. Oh, this was also made by my daughter. And usually these ones, we hang them up in the hall, you know, in the entryway when you come in. And they're quite cute. It's just a wee rabbit with a bit of cotton wool ball for his tail. I'll keep that one. Let me see, you just hide the names. Okay, and this is made by my son. Looks a bit worse for wear, but I mean, my son is now 19. And look, it's got a wee beak on it. Here's an easy craft for you to do with your kids. And this one, let me see, is there a name on it? No, I think we're good to go. Okay, this is one which is a tree which is made out of branches. I think, you know, the kids couldn't care less if I keep these things or not. This one is able to go, so that can go in plastic recycling. And remember, you know, you may have small kids at the moment and want to keep a few things, but, you know, in hindsight, you can say, you know, did I really need to hold on to that? So, you know, just give yourself some time. Okay, I've got some stickers for going on Easter cards and things. Not that the Deans send any cards at Easter. Oh, I'll tell you what I've got here. Do you remember I made a video with Vibeke last year? I'll put a link to my playlist of crafts and recipes, because we showed you how to make a secret snowdrop letter. And I won't go into that now, but you put in a snowdrop and people have to guess who it's from, otherwise they have to give you an Easter egg. Anyway, I'll link to that. It's secret snowdrop letters. And also I was over at Vibike's and she was showing you some of her Easter decorations, and you know, because Vibeke does a beautiful flower arranging and uses a lot of natural things. So I'll put the link up there. Right, and what else? Oh, more stickers and serviettes. Actually, I'm running low on Easter serviettes, so that's one thing that I'm going to add to my errand day list. If I'm out shopping, I see some good serviettes. And I've written here, oh, I've got 2 notes for myself. Ah, here we are. Here's a note from when I put the things away last year. That was looking out for, I have to look out for Easter tea towels. I've got one Easter tea towel, the other one's a bit stained, so if I see one this year, I'll do that. And the other thing is a reminder for me to bake bunny bread rolls. You know the 15-minute roll recipe that I've showed you how to make? They're really easy. What you do is you just, when you shape them, just do a little round one and then 2 oblong ones on the top, and if you stick it together it makes like a kind of bunny's face and ears. Yeah. Anyway, oh hold on, I was going to show you some Danish sweets. Right, Danish sweets, and then I'll show you one new item, one new Easter item that I've bought recently. You know, generally speaking, I try not to buy any new Easter stuff, but there's one thing that I found last weekend. I'll show you that in a minute. Anyway, Danish Easter sweets. In Britain, you know, we have Cadbury's cream eggs, which I love. My kids aren't into Cadbury's cream eggs. They don't like the kind of gooey stuff. I love them, and I've brought some back from Edinburgh. But what my kids do love are the Cadbury's, you know, the wee mini eggs. Now, a similar thing we have here, these are chocolate, and a similar looking thing that we have here in Denmark are marzipan eggs. And I'll show you here. And if you're interested in knowing what we eat for Danish Easter lunch, I made a video about it, I think, was it last year or the year before? It's on my no, hold on. It'll be on my Danish playlist, everything about Danish things and hygge and life here in Denmark. It's on there because we eat a lot of herring, and then there's the Easter beer. You've got to have the Easter beer, the rye bread, and I think I've shown you the eggs before, but just to show you, and that means I get to try one today. Now, these are eggs which are marzipan inside, and then there is a kind of chocolate layer, and then a crunchy shell. And let me just bite into one so you can see inside. Hold on, I won't show you me eating. I hate seeing that. Okay, there you go. That's what it looks inside. Yum, yum, yum. Anyway, I'll finish that when I finish the video. And this kind of relates to what I bought last weekend in Sweden. Now, the Swedes, they love kind of jumble sales and flea markets. You call it loppis, or, you know, in the weekend you go out at funda, which is kind of to find things to collect. And what I found, hold on, I can get this right. I got this little set at, it was the Lions Club of Sweden, and they have a kind of flea market thing every couple of months, and this was an Easter one, so there's a lot of Easter decorations. And as I said to you, I'm not really into bright yellow Easter things, but I thought this was really sweet. Hold on, let me put the paper down there, because they wrapped it all up for me. And I got this little ceramic egg, and then I got another egg, there we are. And I thought these were really nice. Now, I'll tell you how much I paid for them. I got the 2 of them for 30 Swedish crowns. Now, 30 Swedish crowns, that's probably like 3 British pounds, probably about $3 or $4, if I remember that rightly. And in euros, that'll be probably about €4. So I paid €4 for the pair of them, and I just think they're really sweet. And what we generally do with these kind of eggs that we have, you know, for displaying, we will fill them. There we go. I've got some wrapped chocolate ones. What we generally do is we fill these up with eggs. So that's how we do Easter here. And sometimes, as I said to you, I put them in the wee bunnies. You know, if they've not got, either they've got flowers in them or they've got sweets in them. So anyway, oh my goodness, 30 minutes. I'm going to do a wee spot of decorating here. I want you to give yourself a really big round of applause, pat on the back. Shake of your pom-poms, because we got through this challenge and we did it together, one baby step at a time, one declutter item at a time. And I've got a few things going to the charity shop today, so go me. And all I've got left to say is I shall see you on Instagram over the weekend, yes. Oh, and also if you are in Europe, we're putting our clocks forward this weekend. So you might want to just know that into your diary. We're moving the clocks forward 1 hour this weekend, you know, between Saturday night and Sunday. And in Denmark, for us, that means we are bringing out the garden furniture. We're putting the garden furniture forward, and then in October we put the clocks back and put the garden furniture back. So that's what I'm going to be doing this weekend. Hooray! Get some of the extra garden furniture out, because it's really beautiful weather right now, much brighter, and I'm going to be enjoying a cup of tea outside in the garden at the weekend. So anyway, all I've got left to say is rah 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 for us, and I shall see you very soon. Okay, live long and prosper. May the Danish food be with you, and see you soon. Bye for now.